back. I'm Amelie Wilson. A Westport father was watching four kids play with their toys and he noticed something a little strange. His kids were paying more attention to the tags and the wash labels attached to their stuffed animals than the actual toys. Well, that set Paul Oestreicher into motion. The scientist and professor at NYU started a business called TagsMania, headquartered in Westport, making educational toys for babies and toddlers. And Paul is here with us today. Thanks again for coming.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
First of all, father of four, and you said every time you had a baby, they went to the same thing, huh?
Each one. I have four wonderful daughters, and what they would do, they would get a plush toy, a stuffed animal, and the first thing they'd go to was the little wash label. This is what they would finger, this is what they would manipulate, this is what they would put in their mouth. After seeing this so many times, being a former scientist, I kept a record of various observations, and I have a variety of invention ideas. And I wrote this down. If the customer wants the tag, why not make the whole toy out of tags?
Like a big tag.
Exactly. So the first concept really was over creating a tag ball. So dozens and dozens of tags that they just can't resist. They love to manipulate them, hold them, shake them. The tag ball has a Velcro strap that can go around the baby's wrist or the baby's ankle, around a stroller handle, a car seat. I had a mom write to me just the other day saying how it was a lifesaver at the grocery store where she had it on the shopping cart, and it just kept the kid very occupied and very calm throughout the whole shopping trip.
And stimulating as well.
Absolutely. I've had a lot of comments about this, and even in the scientific literature, the idea that something small that is grabbable really has a tendency to engage the child. It's something that they can control their own little environment. It's obedient to them. And as you know, the child is born and immediately all the brain connections start to form. And the idea that they can control it, shake it, hold it, the colors are interesting, the texture is stimulating.
It's not heavy.
Not heavy. It can be tossed around gently to the child. We have a version that is a rattle.
Like a pom-pom,
right,
rattle,
exactly.
Okay.
So it is a gentle rattle. I don't want anything jarring with the children. I think there are enough loud noises in toys as there are currently.
And I would find for parents too in the car, this would not be all that distracting. It doesn't make a lot of noise. It would just be in the back seat, in the car seat.
That's right. And they come in a variety of different colors. We try to go across the spectrum. So we have this high contrast color, the blue, I showed you the pink, there's a pastel, we have primary colors.
Great.
So we have other colors in development, other ideas, but these 5 combinations were the first wave.
Really neat.
And we've been at it really only for the last few months. So we're really excited by the kind of response that we've been getting. Parents have come up to us. And you never know where you might affect a life. In fact, I had some parents come up to me recently who said they had some children in the autism spectrum. And they found the toys were very soothing for them. It really kept them focused and engaged on a task, and very calming.
That's great.
So the concept has been evolving, and we have, as I held up earlier, our first wave of plush toys. So,
no pun intended. Now that you've got the fish, right?
Exactly. So, you know, here they're very unique. There's nothing like any of these currently on the market that I have seen.
What sets them apart?
Here, the tags are designed right into the toy. It's integral to the design of the toy. So, with the tag ball and the tag rattle, I mean, the tags are the toy.
Right. Exactly. They're not going to come off.
With the Tagakuta, the fins are replaced with these soft tags. With the Tagasaurus, you know, the bony plates on the back of a Stegosaurus, so those are replaced with these soft tags.
Now, can these go in the washing machine?
They, you know, I have parents who've told me they put them in a laundry bag, they throw them in. What I've recommended is surface wash, just to err on the side of safety. And speaking of safety, all of these have gone through extremely rigorous safety tests by an independent, leading global laboratory. So if it's the pulling and biting and color fastness, anything you can imagine. In fact, all those tests are online on the website.
And that's where we can order them as well,
You
right?
can
We'll
order
show
them
everybody
there.
your website.
Great. And there are a few stores that have begun to pick them up locally as well. So in Fairfield, Giant Steps, and in Westport, Acorn, and Learning Express.
Fantastic.
Learning Express in Darien as well.
Great.
So we're beginning to gain some steam.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for sharing this with you.
Really,
and
my
congratulations.
pleasure. Thanks so much.
I'm actually really calmed right now, so thank you. And that wraps up this week's edition of the News 12 Connecticut Education Notebook. If you have a comment or a story idea, we want to hear from you. Give us a ring, 849-1321, or shoot me an email. It's even better, aswilson@news12.com. For the Education Notebook, I'm Amelie Wilson.